Imagine a hurricane response team sifting through social media to find urgent areas of need, or an intelligence officer searching online for signs of threat to stop terror attacks before they happen. For these individuals and many others, making sense of the vast sea of content on the web as it grows by the second can make the difference between good and bad decisions in critical cases. Processing this data is a daunting challenge, but significantly aided by automatic text summarization. The question is, how do we teach machines to produce good summaries? Traditionally, summarization research answers this question with extraction, which simply selects the most salient sentences from a text and strings them together. However, the output is choppy at best and incomprehensible at worst, referring to unseen characters or events. My work in natural language processing thus seeks to push the envelope to build abstractive summarization systems that not only extract sentences, but also rewrite them as a human would, applying techniques such as paraphrasing, compression, or generalization. The end product is more concise and coherent, optimizing time and accuracy for reading comprehension. The challenge here is teaching machines how they should rewrite the extracted sentences. As is often the case for machine learning, the key is relevant training data. For starters, parallel extractive and abstractive summaries for the same documents. This way, the model can learn by taking the extractive summaries as input and train until its output summaries are as close to the real abstracts as possible. Furthermore, we are not just training a black box. By learning how to rewrite extractive summaries, we are uncovering the principles that humans use when creating abstracts. From linguistic research, we know that these rewriting principles do not usually apply to the entire summary at once, but on a phrase-to-phrase level. To uncover these principles, the machine needs the parallel summaries in the training data to also contain phrase-to-phrase alignments and analyses of how each extractive phrase transforms into its aligned abstractive phrase. However, building aligned summarization corpora is challenging because it is skill and labor-intensive. As a result, most summarization datasets contain exclusively abstractive or extractive summaries, and the ones that do contain both are noisy or too small, and do not align at the phrase level or contain analyses for rewriting. Thus, our goal was to design and carry out a rigorous and efficient methodology to create training data for the rewrite task. We present an iterative annotation process for producing aligned parallel corpora of abstractive and extractive summaries for narrative. Our iterative process begins with a set of 476 personal narratives taken from Reddit. In Stage 1, we train graduate students from the English department to produce abstractive summaries for each of the narratives, such as the one shown here. In Stage 2, we used crowdsourcing platform Amazon Mechanical Turk, or AMT, to produce extractive summaries that corresponded with each of the abstractive summaries from Stage 1. For example, our workers produced this two-sentence extractive summary to correspond with the previously shown abstractive summary. In Stage 3, we used AMT to identify phrase alignments between the parallel summaries from Stages 1 and 2. To explain phrase alignments, we asked workers to return phrases from the parallel summaries that meant the same thing, although perhaps in different words. AMT's tools for designing tasks proved to be too limiting for our complex task. So after several drafts, I decided to design and implement a custom interface, which I served externally and configured the backend to communicate with AMT. This integrated interface improved efficiency and accuracy on the task. In Stage 4, we used AMT to label which rewriting operations were used in the phrase alignments from Stage 3. We considered a number of rewriting operations: compression, paraphrasing, reordering, generalization, and specification. These rewriting annotations further distinguished our corpus, adding valuable phrase-to-phrase analyses on top of aligned parallel summaries. My personal contributions included independently managing Stages 3 and 4 of our process. I conceptualized and coded several versions of each stage's tasks. I ran the best versions in bulk and collected their results using AMT's command line tools. In Python, I cleaned the results and developed creative evaluation methods for our unusual tasks. My designs captured important quality measures such as inter-annotator agreement and confidence levels. Finally, I reported my findings in our paper and aggregated all of the data and evaluations into a presentable format. This made up our final corpus, which we published alongside our paper. With this project, we contribute a rigorous and efficient methodology for creating complex datasets that can spur progress in summarization and other machine learning tasks. The corpus we created begins that progress, offering 1,088 parallel summaries and 6,173 phrase alignments with rewriting annotations that will help machines uncover humanistic abstraction principles. Our corpus also fills a gap in genre, since most published datasets focus on newswire, but research interest has recently turned to informal language on the web, which is valuable and abundant. Our annotations of Reddit narratives can help machines make sense of this informal content, and aid readers with summaries that surpass any extractive system in brevity and coherence. Supported by these improved automatic summarization systems, internet readers will be able to learn more information in less time, and wield their knowledge to make critical change in the real world.